They say the worst betrayals don't come from your enemies. They come from the people you are willing to take a bullet for. Last night was my 28th birthday. My girlfriend of 4 years, Chloe, had spent weeks planning a massive surprise party at our house. All our friends were there, the music was blasting, and everyone was celebrating. I felt like the luckiest guy alive. But midway through the celebration, I went looking for my childhood best friend, Tyler, to hand him a drink. What I found in the guest bedroom didn't just ruin my birthday. It destroyed my entire world in a single second. They thought the music was loud enough to drown out their secret. They were wrong. This is how I turned my own party into their worst nightmare. Around 11 p.m., the party was at its peak. I noticed Chloe had been missing for about 20 minutes, and Tyler was nowhere to be found either. Thinking Chloe was just grabbing more ice from the basement, I walked down the hallway toward the guest room to look for Tyler. The door was slightly ajar, and the lights were completely off. As I reached for the handle, I heard a familiar laugh. Chloe's laugh, followed by Tyler's voice whispering, "Hurry up, he's going to notice we're gone." My heart dropped straight into my stomach. I pushed the door open just enough to see through the shadows. There they were. My girlfriend of 4 years and my best friend since middle school, completely crossing the line at the very party meant to celebrate my life. My initial instinct was to kick the door open and smash everything in sight. But a cold, absolute clarity took over me. I quietly closed the door, walked back to the living room, and grabbed the microphone connected to the main speakers. I turned off the music completely. The room went dead silent. Over 50 people turned to look at me, smiling, expecting a thank you speech. Before I tell you how I used that microphone to expose them in front of every single person they knew, I want to ask you a question. If you caught your partner and best friend red-handed, would you have a public showdown? Or would you walk away quietly? Drop your thoughts below. I read every single comment. If you want to see exactly how poetic justice is served, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now. The final exposure is coming up immediately. With everyone watching, I spoke clearly into the mic. Hey everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. But before we blow out the candles, we have 2 very special guests missing. Let's all go to the guest bedroom down the hall and wish Chloe and Tyler a happy birthday together. The entire crowd, confused but curious, followed me down the hall. I threw the guest bedroom door wide open and turned on the lights. The look of absolute pure horror on Chloe and Tyler's faces as 50 of our closest friends and family members stared at them with cameras out was unforgettable. Chloe burst into tears, trying to wrap a blanket around herself, while Tyler couldn't even look me in the eye. I threw Tyler's car keys at his chest and said, "Party's over. Both of you get the hell out of my house." Within 10 minutes, the house was empty, and their reputations were completely ruined. Comment the word party if you stayed until the very end, and stick around for our next viral story.